Oh, okay.
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
All right, hello. Oh.
K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello. All right,
Brandon,
hello
please.
guys. Sorry, it looks like we're doing a little delay action here. I'm sorry about that. Welcome to Tuesdays on Deck. Myself, the host today. Hopefully next week, I'm joined by usual Dirk. How you doing, bud?
What's up? Let's go,
All
Mets.
right.
And I do support
And
the
down
Rangers.
below myself here, I am joined by MI6 Own. You see them on there, and soon you'll be seeing them in a tattoo parlor getting a tattoo, hopefully. The Asian Skip Bayless. Isaiah, how are you doing?
Hey, Big B, I'm good, man. Great to be back on the show. You know, I went on vacation to Texas for the last week. It was so hot, but hey, let me say this. Everybody talks about how that barbecue, you have to go get it, and how you have to go get that brisket. I totally agree with them, and that brisket is totally worth it. That barbecue is totally worth it. I wanted to order all of you guys and mail all of you guys frozen slabs of brisket, but you know it would get there and it would be all like not good to eat. So that brisket was good. Texas was
All
great, but you know, great to be back in the Paradise Bay Area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, we got a special guest. You see them on Between the Ropes and whatever else he has time for Coast to Coast Network. Dave, Mr. Mess Around, how you doing?
I'm great. How you guys doing? Let's do this.
What's up?
And in honor of Mr. Mess Around, behind us you see the White Sox field. I don't know what it's actually called right now, but I know they changed names. So, gotcha. All right. So let's get on with today's topics. First off, we'll talk about the past week. Mesro, since you're the newcomer, how's those White Sox going?
Oh, God. We don't want to talk about this past week for my Sox. We got 5 straight. 4 to Houston. They just lost today to the lowly Pirates. It doesn't get any worse than that, my friends. Does not get any worse than that.
Yeah.
Pirates are lowly, but they're good. They're young.
Yeah, they're making it scary for the Twins there. So, you know, Mr. Isaiah, you just said you got back from Dallas, Texas area. I know you're an Oakland fan. You got the shirt on. So tell us about your team.
Hey, they're doing really well right now. You know, they beat the Angels, then they, you know, went to Yankee Stadium, tough place to play. Lost 2 out of 3 there. You know, a couple of those games by heartbreaking fashion, and then now they're playing Dirk's Rangers right now, and they lost last night. I believe it was 8-3. Today they were up 9-0 at one point in that game, and then it was 9, and it's now 9-4. So hopefully they pull that game off, because I don't want the A's to make history as the team that blew a 9-0 lead. But they're playing really good baseball right now. They're 15 games over 500, and they got, you know, the Rangers for a couple of more games after tonight, and then they have the Giants afterwards, and then I believe they have the Rangers again to open up a homestand in Oakland. So I think, you know, there's a couple of easy series down the line, and then the Giants one is the one that I'm kind of worried about, because the Giants and A's, they always play, you know, really tough, close series against each other.
Okay, and then Dirk, I know Isaiah just touched on a little bit. How about those Rangers for you?
Okay, well, I'm from New York, so I'm 51% Mets fan, 49% Rangers, because I've lived here so long. It's when my boys ask me, my sons, who would I go for in the World Series back in 2015 when the Rangers were in the playoffs too. I'd have to say Mets, but I do love the Rangers. And last night, as you said, it was Elvis's return, and he received a proper welcome. That dude, awesome player, you know, good shortstop, you know, really a good guy. And he's starting to come on a little bit for the A's right now. He's playing. He's a veteran, but he's only 32. He's still a base on you. He'll hit a little home run for you here and again. And he's a good guy to have on the club. My favorite time with him was when Adrian Beltre was on the team for 5 or 6 years. Him and Elvis, I could have watched the whole game just with the cameras on them two. It was so funny. Pop up between them. Adrian's calling it. Elvis is right next to him yelling, I got it, slapping Adrian on the head. Adrian snatches the ball, looks at him, and throws his glove at him. It was so fun. I've never seen two teammates have so much fun together, and they were beautiful to watch together. That being said, I'll touch on the Rangers real quick. They're young. They got a couple of good players. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Gold Glove defense at shortstop, good hitter. They got a new guy, 28-year-old Adolis Garcia. He came out of nowhere, much like Nelson Cruz there, Brandon. Late, was in the minors, and all of a sudden he figured it out. He's a good player. Kyle Gibson, he'll probably be an all-star, third in the MLB and ERA, undefeated. I don't think he'll last to the end of the year because of the trade deadline. He's too good a pitcher. I would love for my Mets to pick him up. So talking about my Mets.
Yep.
Okay. Best ERA in baseball, led by the freak Jacob deGrom. I have no words. They inspected him the other day. He still went out 6 innings, 8 Ks, snapping that 98-mile-an-hour slider and throwing 100. He's laughing at everybody. Doesn't give up a run again. He has 6 RBIs and has given up 4 runs in 12 starts, and he's only hitting 407 as a pitcher.
Yeah, only 407.
2 of his injuries have come from swinging the bat, But the Mets tonight, Stroman started. He went out with hip soreness. Oh my God! 3rd inning, Atlanta's up a couple of runs now. I'm like, really, we haven't had enough injuries. We had most of our starting regular lineup out, and the regulars were doing great. Kevin Pillar, Villar at third base, Peraza at second. These guys came up. Billy McKinney in the outfield. They've been really stepping up for the Mets. That's why they're in first base, and these pitchers are keeping them in there, but they can't. It's all a Major League Baseball. These guys get hurt now at the drop of a hat. Now, I know there's more science and more stuff, but, I'm old school because I'm old. And, 30, 40 years ago, guys just played through it. But sometimes, they did it, but it shortened their careers. Yeah. The pitcher would just go through it. So, but the Mets are hanging in there. They're playing well. I think they're going to make a trade for a pitcher before the trade deadline. They had one of their rookies go out, Joey Lucchesi, who had like a sub-2 ERA, torn there out for the year. Oh my God, so that's being said. So, but the Mets are hanging in there. They're tough. The NL East, everybody looks, they got a sucky record. You know what? Every team in the NL East could win the NL East.
Exactly.
Very good division. Don't look at the records. They beat each other up. It's a really good division.
Yeah, it is. That NL East is really good. So for me to wrap up the first question, Twins had a pretty good week. In their last 10 games, they were 6-4. Mm-hmm. Took a loss today. Late innings given up. Reds took them 10-7. Thought they were getting healthy with Buxton back, and then he goes out and lands on the DL again with a little hit by pitch. They're saying a fractured left hand. So the guy just cannot catch a break, just like the Twins and any other Minnesota sport, just can't catch that break. And Buxton's one of those right now. So,
Yeah.
So, right now, the NL East, I think anybody's up to grabs. I think each other division, the last place team is 10+ out. So, NL East is definitely hanging in there. So, with that being said, speaking of last place teams, the Diamondbacks finally got their win.
Yep.
So, I know they're like 20-some games out, and but what do you guys think as a fan that meant to them after losing 15, 16 in a row and still haven't won a road game in 20-some games? So, Derek, we'll start with you. Go ahead, Derek.
Oh, okay. Yeah, their last home win was Mad Bum's 7-inning, not official no-hitter, right? Yeah. And a team with Mad Bum on it should be better. And they got some good young guys. They got some young dudes that are good. They're just, who knows what it is? Is it coaching, the manager, how they play? They should be better. I feel they should be better than they are. It's just a thing. They could turn it around by August and end up over 500. But they have a lot of young prospects. Yeah, and it's a weird thing. It just built, and I didn't realize till last week that they had lost so many in a row. Because I always, in my head, I always think Diamondbacks are good,
Yep, exactly. So, what about you, Dave? What do you think that one win meant to the team and the organization and the fans?
For a team like Arizona, that you didn't expect that. You thought the Pirates would be the worst team in the league, but it's close. The Pirates are right there for that worst record in the league. So, the Diamondbacks are 1-9 in their last 10. I didn't think they'd be this bad. I really didn't, especially with, like Dirk said, with Mad Bum on their team.
Yeah, exactly. So, Isaiah, how about you?
Mad Bum to come to the Mets. Oh my God.
Yeah. For the Diamondbacks, I'm pretty sure that win felt like winning Game 7 of the World Series after you lose.
Definitely.
Oh,
you
man,
could see it. Yeah, you could see it on the ESPN highlights. Them guys were slapping hands. It's a big thing in sports,
Yeah, exactly. You lose that many games. I remember I know we're talking about baseball, but my 49ers started the season 0-10 in 2017 or 2018, and we got that first win, and it was like we won the Super Bowl. Everybody in the stadium was celebrating like we won a championship. The players even dolls Kyle Shanahan in the locker room with Gatorade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they felt like they won the World Series after that first win.
As a fan of a team like that, when you're in that, if you're a real fan, you really enjoy that because that means all you're going now is up. You reached bottom and you're going up, and you enjoy that. It's like you said,
just think once they get their first win on the road, because they're at 23 road losses straight. So, as a fan, you're happy. Like Isaiah said, probably felt like the Game 7 of the World Series for them. So, good luck to them. Hopefully they get out of their little funk and start doing something. So, just a quick note. What do you guys think about this Devil Ray guy, Fernando, that got called up? Is he for real? It seemed like
the Rays?
For the Rays. Yeah, Wanda Fernando.
Yeah.
He's a shortstop. He just came in and
the game's on MLB tonight. They made it.
Yeah, he hit his first home run, and it seemed like every other post on Facebook, at least on my feed, was about him. So, mess around. What do you think? Do you think this guy's legit, or you just, new face?
I don't know. To give pitchers a chance to figure this guy out, he could just be a flash in the pan. Could just be, he got lucky and hit his first one out. Time will tell. We'll see.
Yep, first guy born in 2001 to get called up. So, Isaiah, what do you think?
Okay, yeah.
I gotta agree with Messeround. I gotta give this guy more time because, yeah, he comes up for his first game, hits a home run, but I want to see, pitchers figure him out and then see if he can make adjustments and see if he's actually for real or not.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dirk, how about you?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I study a lot about the minor leagues and what MLB pitchers do. When a guy first comes up, major league pitchers bust him inside with a fastball. Oh, yeah. They don't throw curveball. They want to know if he can get around on the fastball. That's what a lot of guys, when you're in AAA, you get the 94, 95 fastball inside with a little movement. When you get to the majors nowadays, it's 97, 98 with more movement. And if they can't get around on, they keep busting them in on that because that's the hardest, most controllable pitch to throw. Okay. Now, as he goes through the first time through the league, they start getting a book on guys. Oh, he's got quick hands. He gets around on it. Okay. Now let's try and throw him the hard outside stuff, the sliders, the curveballs. Let's see how he handles that. They build a book because you'll see a lot of rookies will have a third of the season where they take off, second, third, when they go back around the league again. Some of them taper off. Some of them can handle it. Adolis Garcia on the Rangers is going through that now. Yeah. He's still doing pretty well, but he tore it up with 16 home runs the first 2 months, hitting almost 300. Now he's down to 270, but he's got 50 RBIs, 18 home runs, seems to handle it. And we'll see this Wandy. He's been hyped for a little bit. He's very young. Okay. Much like Fernando came up. Some guys, Vlad Jr. came up. Some guys at 19 and 20 can handle it. Some guys need to get to their 23, 24. Yep, they just need at bats. It's not ability or anything. They just need at bats.
I agree. Sorry about that, but I agree with you guys. I think it's going to come around to pitchers feeling him out, and he's probably going to light up for the first month. And once the pitchers start getting book on him, we'll see what the guy's really legit about. So, moving on. Speaking of pitchers and young guys, Ohtani declared himself for the home run contest. Who else would you like to see him join him? I know Val Jr. has already said no. So, Isaiah, who else would you like to see Ohtani in the home run contest with?
Well, I mean, I want to see Aaron Judge because, Coors Field is where, the home run ball travels. So Aaron Judge has big power. Him and Coors Field, I mean, that's going to be a great show to watch. I'm also going to, go with, I'm going to go with the guy from my home team, Matt Olson, who's got 20 home runs this season. He's got tremendous power from the left side. I think he can light it up at Coors Field. And, and on the NL side, I probably see maybe Ronald Acuna Jr. and Bryce Harper is a couple of guys that I would definitely want to see in this home run derby.
Okay. Messerod, how about you? Who else would you like to see join Ohtani in the home run derby?
Give me Yermin Mercedes from the White Sox, the rookie catcher.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him. He's got some pop to his bat.
He's strong.
Yeah. How about you, Dirk? Anybody that jumps out at you that these guys haven't said?
Polar Bear on the Mets. And maybe Adolis Garcia on the Rangers. That dude has hit some 450. His biceps are gigantic, and some of the other guys. I really wish Trout was healthy because it'd be a good thing. Ohtani's a freak. He may not hit 10 450-foot blasts, but the way he swings, that Japanese style of kind of swaying with the ball and putting the heavy part of the bat on the ball, he could. At something like a home run derby, all he's got to do is hit it 400 feet. And he may be a guy that could eclipse Josh Hamilton's record, which is the most amazing display I've ever seen. Somebody like Ohtani, Acuna on the Braves, a lot of power. There's a couple of guys around the league that are like that. It just depends. And you may get, hey, I'll throw Mad Bum in there. The guy can hit.
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys named off quite a good list. I mean, for me, I'm going to take Dave's route, go homeschool or hometown and go with either Nelson Cruz would be nice. And honestly, if he stay healthy, I would have liked to see Buxton in it, even though I think it does kind of mess up with the swings. But no, that list is good. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see who else comes up. But I think after the short season and All-Star game missed, I think they need to get a lot of big names in the home run contest. So next up, we got my crazy stat. I don't know, beat, but let me put it up here quick and make sure I got the – okay, so this could probably only happen to the Seattle Mariners. September 2nd, 2008. No, so 2008. It happened to the Seattle Mariners. What do you guys think could have happened to the Seattle Mariners?
Since 2008?
No, it happened in 2008. September 2nd.
September 2nd?
Yes.
Was Safeco open yet?
I do not know. It doesn't say where the game was played at. It was between the Rays and the Mariners.
The Rays and the Mariners. Whew.
Yeah. I really thought this was pretty interesting once I said it. I found it.
How about another hint?
Let's see here. Beltran was at bat.
Ooh, okay.
Beltran?
No, I'm sorry. No, it was Ruel Obanez was at bat. Beltran was at on base.
When did Beltran play for the Mariners? Carlos Beltran?
No, Adrian Beltran. He played for the Mariners a short time, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, not Carlos.
No. All right. So here's what happened. It was a triple play, but the ball was not hit. So Ibanez struck out. They threw out Beltran at second, and the guy at third tried to go home, and they caught him stealing. So it's the first time a triple play has been made that did not involve the ball being hit. So,
awesome. I probably saw that on ESPN. And
we probably all did. But yeah,
well, I was at Hooters, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we got a couple comments here from Nate. He's going to Dirk. So you're a Rangers and Mets fan. Yes, he is. He's, like you said, about 49% there. And then he must have been talking about the Cleveland Browns beating the Chargers for the only win of the season being their Super Bowl. So that goes back to that. Finally, yeah. So our last topic for right now, unless somebody got something else, All-Star games coming up. We all always like to talk who should be in, who should be out, but we're going to do a little twist on this one. We're going to pick a team, but it cannot be baseball players. So what would your guys' lineup be? We'll go position by position of celebrity/sport athletes. So Dirk, let's start out at catcher. Who would your catcher be?
Who would my catcher be? Let me see. Yeah. How about Travis Frederick, retired from the Dallas Cowboys? Nobody is coming home. Okay.
All right. How about you, Dave? Dave, who would your catcher be?
It could be celebrity or anybody.
It could be any celebrity, just not a baseball player.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, Okay.
Marky Mark.
Isaiah, how about you? Who would be your catcher for your All-Star team?
Could I go myself? I have a pretty good arm.
Sure, you're a celebrity. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. All right. So mine would be Kevin Hart. I think the guy, he doesn't have to crouch down much, so he wouldn't have to, use his knees. So
And he can wear 10U equipment.
yeah, exactly. So we're going to move over to the big spot, the first base side. Isaiah, who would be your first baseman?
Ooh, man. I would go Brad Pitt.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Dirk, how about you? Your first baseman.
Well, my namesake, Dirk Nowitzki, only 7'1".
All right.
I've seen him play first base. He's actually pretty good.
All right, mess around. How about you? First baseman.
I'm going to throw a wrestler in there. I'm going to put the Undertaker at first base.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I went with Shaq. I think Shaquille O'Neal being 7'2", 7'3". I think, and then he brings some
20.
Yeah, then he brings some pop to the lineup. So
yeah.
All right, mess around. Second base. Who's your second baseman?
I'm going to go with Nelly.
Ooh, good one. I like that one. Isaiah, second base.
I'm going to go with Jerry Seinfeld. I've seen him play in one of the Seinfeld episodes. He bent down and picked the ground ball cleanly. So I think he's got some skills to play second.
Okay, Dirk.
I'm going to hop on Isaiah's little bandwagon, kind of, and go with Billy Crystal.
Ooh, yeah, Billy Crystal.
He's small.
Okay,
he's nimble, he's quick.
I'm going to go with Zac Efron. I think he would be a young, get to cover some ground there. So
he's too pretty.
Yeah. Well, you need a pretty guy once in a while. Dirk, shortstop. Who's that short?
Oh, shortstop. Let's go with Sofia Vergara.
Ooh, okay. I love that pick.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody's just going to stop and watch her.
All right, Dave. Mess around. Shortstop.
I'm going to go with The Miz.
Oh, go with The Miz. All right.
Oh.
Isaiah, how about you?
I need a guy that is kind of small and also kind of rangy as well. So I got to go with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Ooh, I forgot all about him. Yeah, that is a good pick. I like that pick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the little pop at the shortstop spot. I'm going with The Rock. So we got a couple comments here. Nate said catcher, he'd go with John Cena. John Elkhorn. Hi, bud. He's laughing at the Brad Pitt pick. But he's going with The Rock at first and then Vin Diesel at second. And then Nate said Von Miller at first for him. So,
okay.
All right. Isaiah, third base. Who we going at third?
Third. You know what? I'm going to go with someone tall so I can get a lot of those, line drives. I got to go with Kevin Garnett.
Ooh, wow. Lengthy. Yeah, he wouldn't have to jump after too many. Mess around. Who you going with that third?
I'm gonna go with the Thor at third base.
Thor, okay. Dirk, how about you?
I'm going to keep the left side of my infield all female because they're really good. And I'm going to put Ronda Rousey at third because I just seen a video of her taking care of Triple H. So I want my third baseman to be able to lift up a 300-pound man and throw him down.
Wow, Ronda Rousey making the list. All right. For me, I'm taking the goalie from the Colorado Hurricane. I'm taking Alex. I can't even pronounce his last name. So I'm taking a goalie. I'm taking a goalie. So yeah. So okay. Dirk, who are you putting out in left field?
Left field. I got my center fielder picked already. Left field. You know what? This is a newbie. I want my left fielder to have a lot of speed. What's her name? She just made the Olympic women's team. Sha'Tel Richardson from Dallas. She's the world record holder in the 100-yard dash for women.
All right, we're going with a lot of ladies over there on Dirk's team, so he's going to distract
got a
us.
party
Isaiah, how
after
about
the
you?
game.
How about you, Isaiah? Left field.
I need a lot of speed, like Dirk said. So I'm going to go with a guy that I don't know if you guys are familiar with, but LaMichael James, former Oregon running back.
Okay.
I remember him.
Yeah. All right, mess around left.
You got to have a lot of smoke out in that field. We're going Snoop Dogg, baby.
Ooh, I thought you were going to snipe one of my guys. For me, I'm going to go the wrestling route. I'm going AEW's Jungle Boy. I think he's young, he's quick, and I think he could definitely deliver out there. All right, the big spot, center field. Dirk, you said you got him. Who you got?
Okay, I've seen him play baseball. Former number 88 for the Dallas Cowboys, Dez Bryant. He can crush a baseball, and he's got great hands and blazing speed.
All right.
I saw he hit a baseball out of the Rangers AA club.
Oh, okay.
Rough Riders. He hit it out of the ballpark. I was in shock. He's
all right. Mess around. Your center fielder is
Devin Hester. I need some speed, and he's got plenty of it.
Yeah, Devin Hester. All right, Isaiah.
I'm going to go with Amari Cooper from the Dallas Cowboys.
Going with some speed. All right. I'm also going with speed, but I'm going with the wrestling side. The guy can jump out of any gymnasium I've seen. That's Montel Ford. When Messerell said he needed somebody with smoke, I thought for sure he was taking him. So, all right. We're going out to right field. Messerell, who you got in right?
Right field, I'm going to go with 50 Cent.
50 Cent. All right. Isaiah.
I'm going to go with this is tough. You know what? I'm going to go with Julio Jones. I need that speed, and need a guy that with great hands.
Okay. Dirk.
Okay. I'm going to go into the woman pool again, and I'm going to pick Lagertha from Vikings.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Catherine Winnick. She can wield a sword. I know she can hit because she can sling that sword. So, and she's vicious. Is not afraid of blood.
All right. So Nate's chiming in again. He's got Triple H at third, Peterson and Adrian Peterson in his prime in left, Derrick Henry in center, and Barkley out in right field. So he's got a running back crew out there. So not bad idea for me.
I thought he meant Charles Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for me, I got in right field. I got Dalvin Cook, guy with a little pop, speed. All right. So who's going to be the designated hitter for Isaiah's team?
Oh, this is easy. I need a guy with lots of power. So it's got to be Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, okay. Big Brock Lesnar. Mess around.
Same. I'm going same route. Braun Strowman. Lots of power.
Ooh. All right, Dirk.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Mountain.
Okay.
From Game of Thrones and pro wrestling. He's a giant. I'm sure he doesn't have to swing hard. If he bunts, it'll go out of the stadium.
yeah, exactly. I'm going with Gronkowski. I think the guy, he gets out first or hits a home run, he's going to slam that bat down and just, yeah. And then it looks like Nate's going to go for Goldberg as his DH, calling out our guy Adam there, because we know he loves Goldberg. So who's on the mound? Who's hurling for Mess Around's team?
Jenny Finch.
Oh, you butthead. Oh, Dirk, who you got on the hill?
Okay, I'll counter Jenny Finch with Cat Osterman, UT. Not that I'm a UT fan. I'm a Tech fan.
All right, Isaiah, who you going with? Who's on the hill?
Oh man, I need a guy with a cannon of an arm. So you know what? I'm gonna be a homer and go Trey Lance.
Woo!
Yeah.
He's got that 90-mile-an-hour fastball, man.
All right. Well, since Dave stole mine, I didn't think anybody was going to take Finch. I have her, but I'll change it up. I will go I'm gonna go with the old gunslinger. I'm gonna go with Brett Favre.
Yeah.
I think he can still do it. So, with all that said, any other breaking news that we had in baseball? I didn't see anything. I might have missed something. Isaiah, why don't you talk about your experiences on the 2 new stadiums you went to? How about that?
Yeah, first of all, you guys already know that, I'm an A's fan. I hate the Astros. I hate Minute Maid Park because I went there, hot, humid night there in Houston, got like 7 mosquito bites all over my arm. So there's no
Only
way
7?
Yeah, 7 on my left arm, man. It was rough. So I'm never going back there again. But that Globe Life Field, man, like, it's spectacular. I walked in through the turnstiles and I was just blown away by the sight that I saw. The stadium's huge. They have lots of space. They got, the elevators are really nice. The Wi-Fi is really fast. The concession stands, the way you order is really unique. So
Did you get a boomstick?
Whoa, what's that?
Did you get a boomstick?
No, I didn't get a boomstick.
That's like this big in a carrying case.
I actually didn't even buy any food. We actually went to.
Dude, you missed out.
we went to Buc-ee's before the game. Got ourselves some
Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Isaiah, tell these guys what Buc-ee's is. They don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, tell us.
So Buc-ee's is like I would say it's like a shopping store. It's like a big grocery store and has the world's biggest gas station, man. Like, that gas station is huge. It's huge.
Okay.
They're all over in Texas, and they're expanding in a couple of what I would say they're like the Walmart of 7-Eleven. Okay. They always have the cheapest gas, and then you go in, and it's literally, like he said, it's a department size store. You go in there, you can buy brisket, you can buy beef jerky, you can buy popcorn, you can buy t-shirts, their claim to fame is having the cleanest bathrooms ever. They have huge bathrooms. There's always somebody in there cleaning, always.
Oh.
And when you go into your stall, it has a real door. There's even a little cleaning thing. You can clean the seat off and everything with that. It's really unlike anything you've seen. They're going to expand out. And Buc-ee is a chipmunk with a baseball hat on and a T-shirt and no pants. That's who Buc-ee is.
All right. So a little traveling with Isaiah there and a little history lesson with Dirk there. So we're just over halfway through the season. Any big surprises that you guys seen so far, good or bad? Isaiah, we'll start with you.
I would say my big surprise obviously has to be the Diamondbacks because, like we mentioned earlier at the top of the show, Madison Bumgarner, they have him. They have Ketel Marte, I believe. They have a lot of, veterans mixed with young talent. I expect them to be better than that last place team that they currently are right now. And, I like Torey Lovullo a lot, but I think sadly he's going to get fired at the end of the season. This dude made the playoffs, I believe his first year, and it's just all gone downhill since. So I would say they have been one of the biggest disappointments, but I got to go with the other team across the bay, and that is the San Francisco Giants. When this team, I read a lot of, MLB preview magazines and articles, and a lot of people had the Giants not even making the playoffs and also being in last place in the NL West. And, the Giants have really shocked a lot of people with their roster of misfits, and they have now, I believe they're either in first or second in the NL West, and it's really impressive to see what Gabe Kapler has done.
Yeah, exactly. How about you, Mesro? Wow. What's good or bad surprising you?
I was going to say the Giants as well, but I'm going to go with my White Sox being as good as they played with the big injuries they've had in the outfield with Eloy Jimenez being out and Luis Rivera. Two big pieces of their offense. Did them winning as much as they have so far, it's kind of impressing to me.
Okay. How about you, Dirk? What's surprising?
The biggest surprise to me is the Giants. I never thought they were that bad. But their pitching has been unbelievable. Crawford at shortstop. He's the most underrated superstar in baseball. Every year he puts up all-star numbers. Every year he's a Gold Glove shortstop. And everybody talks about 3 or 4 other guys. He is awesome. They have Buster Posey he's not getting older. He just gets better, and they've got a loyal fan base. They're good. After a few weeks of them, I think they're for real. I think they're going to continue on this way. The Dodgers are going to make their little charge, and the battery chuckers in San Francisco are going to slap the Dodgers down. Dodgers have too many stars, but they are good. They got pitching and stuff and everything. And the Padres are trying to get into that little fray a little bit, and they are good. My other team that surprises, not unexpectedly, I think, but Boston is really good because they've got a lot of good players. They gave away Mookie Betts. They let Benintendi go. But the guys that came, Verdugo, Devers, all these guys have stepped up and they're playing really well. So San Francisco and the Red Sox, I'm all for it. I'm looking for a Red Sox Mets World Series, and I want a repeat of Game 6, where Buckner will honorarily play first base and Mookie Wilson will honorarily get up to bat. It can happen.
Yeah, it could. For me, I mean, I'm going to take a homer take. I mean, you guys named off a lot of good and bad. The Twins, a lot of experts picked them to be in the playoff hunt, World Series competitor, and they're not doing nothing. I mean, they're going to be sellers at the deadline, and there's going to be guys that I don't want to see go. But my big surprise is how well DeGrom. I know we bring him up every week, but I mean, the guy is he's a cheat code. I mean, we brought that up in other sports. I mean, he's a cheat code in baseball. I mean, he's got something that, we have. I know I haven't seen it. Dirk, you might have seen it back in the day, but
I'm a Tom Seaver fan. He was my idol growing up, and I put Jacob DeGrom right there. It's abso-freaking-lutely amazing what he does. And I know we've talked about this. Yeah. Right-handed batter, all his pitches are on the little tiny spot on the right down outside strike zone. Yep. If he misses by 2 inches, it's a lot. It's amazing. He has a simple delivery. I wish the little injuries would stop. And it may be because, like we've talked about, they're just, you have a little twinge. He's good.
They're being cautious.
Yeah, and
I mean, to me, the only thing I can remember is I don't recall the year, but I saw the stat and it reminded me. Hershiser's like scoreless streak, where he was just untouchable. I think it was like 88 innings or something.
Did he beat Oral Hershiser's record that year? Because DeGrom's up to like 35 innings. He's a ways off.
Yeah, he's not close yet. So
it takes a long time. Those kinds of streaks. I remember when Hershiser pitched that year in 1988. It was really freaky to watch. No runs, and that was a mastery. And he didn't have the talent and the power of Kershaw
nobody
DeGrom,
has that right now.
He was a Greg Maddux type pitcher. He pitched, and it's just, that kind of thing. It's freaky, So,
Dirk, you might have touched on this earlier, and I might have just, wasn't really listening. Stroman left early after 1 inning.
Yep. Some hip injury. I'm like,
okay.
And he's having the top 3 Met pitchers are having an awesome year. Juan Walker. Last week I watched the game. My God, the guy struck out 12 in 7 innings. He was on fire. This is what, when he was drafted early, and he was traded to the Blue Jays, but he came up with the Brewers or the Twins or somebody, but they traded him with Blue Jays, and he kind of touched on his talent, and then he had the arm issue. So 2 years later, surgery. But he's 28, and he was throwing 95, 96 and touching the spots. He's realizing his potential. The sad thing is he's on a 1-year contract with the Mets. So,
just to touch on some scores here, a lot of games late. Looks like Royals are ahead of the Yankees by a run in the bottom of the 9, 2 outs. Nationals over the Phillies right now, 3-2, bottom of 9. Looks like we're going to extra innings in in Tampa. Boston and the Rays tied at 5. Cubs are beating the Indians. I know Dave's happy with that one, and I am too, I guess. 5-1. Athletics over the Rangers right now, going to the bottom of the 8th.
Surprise.
Giants in the 4th inning, 5-0 against the Angels. Brewers looking to put that winning streak the Diamondbacks have to rest right away. 1-0 in the 4th.
One.
And then the big series, we got the Dodgers and the Padres. Padres up by 2 in the bottom of the 2nd. So, what about that series? What about the Padres and Giants, or Padres and Dodgers? I'm sorry. Is that are that going to be a playoff matchup, or is 3 teams getting out of that division? Isaiah, what do you think?
I think so. I think that the Giants definitely are for real. I think the Padres, you saw what they did last season and also the off season, and then the Dodgers, we know what they are. So I definitely do think, you're going to see 3 teams from the NL West, go to the playoffs. I hope that we do get a Padres-Dodgers matchup, because you guys know that series is going to go the distance, and it's going to be really spicy.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? What do you think? 3 teams out of that West?
I don't think so. I think one of them is going to be left out. I see either the Dodgers or Padres being left out.
Okay. Sorry about that. Dirk, how about you? What do you think?
I think the Giants are going to be first place, and Dodgers and Padres are going to vie for the wild card, or maybe with their records, they all 3 could get in. They're all very good teams. The Padres are really freaking good. They got Musgrove, they got Tatis, they got Machado, Myers, play solid right fielder. They're a really good team. They're trying. I don't know if it's the media or the Padres themselves. They're trying to create a rivalry with the Dodgers. Okay.
Oh,
ain't gonna happen. Dodgers, Giants, Yankees, Red Sox. You ain't gonna do it. But they can be a bug in their side. Because they're young, they're really good. They got can't remember who their catcher is. He's really good. They got a good team, and they got good pitching. It's all the teams, them 3 teams. It wouldn't surprise me if any one of them finished in first or third. It would not.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think 2 for sure, possibly a third. Just looking at the standings right now for the wild card spot, Dodgers are up by 2.5, and then the Padres got the 2nd. And then after that, you got a tie between the Brewers and the Cubs. So, it's tight. I mean, anybody can come out of there. So, coming up on the last few minutes here, Isaiah, what do you got going on MI6 this week? Anything special?
Yeah, we actually have the debut of one of our new shows called Fan Response on tomorrow between Sammy Sharp, Ryan Schreiner, and myself. It's gonna be like our MI6 version of ESPN First Take, but we're not gonna have loudmouth Stephen A. Smith screaming back and forth, or we might, who knows?
No,
but
only semi loudmouth Skip Bayless.
yeah, you only have semi loudmouth Skip Bayless. Exactly. But yeah, we'll have that show, and then we'll have Wild Sports Talk with myself, Callan McClurg, and Sammy Sharp, and on Thursday, and then Saturdays we have the night shift as well, and this Sunday we might be doing a MI6 versus Coast to Coast Family Field. We don't know yet. We're trying to iron out the details, but stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We've been trying to get that going, and I know it's early for you guys for that. But Dirk, you got anything? You're out with Chris on Fridays typically for his diet.
Yeah, we're well, it's kind of that. And you were on with us Friday for a bit. Thank you. And the NFL. It's kind of almost a slow season. OTAs just got over. Training camps in 4 weeks. Cowboys are going to Oxnard. Okay, and that's big news. I just read today that the Seahawks are going to open up their stadium to full capacity this year after playing a nobody. So the left coast is finally waking up a little bit, but the Cowboys, it's on paper, they look good.
Oh, yeah.
You got to figure stuff out, especially on the defense. I know the offense is fine. They're going to crush. It's the defense. And their defense, to me, their defense just has to be okay. They don't got to be real good. Just don't be bad, because the offense is just kind of roll. Provided
I got a question for you.
What?
Are the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl this year, buddy?
No, I'm not one of them Cowboy fans, okay? I grew up in New York as a Cowboy fan, so I am an East Coast fan, and East Coast fans are realists, okay? It's a little bit of an anomaly that I'm a Cowboys fan. But
you can listen to Dirk on Fridays with Chris.
Yep.
On their Die Hard podcast.
Die Hard.
Yeah. Mess around. You're on Sundays, Between the Ropes, the staple. What do you got going on?
I'm not sure. We may have an interview lined up. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Ace about that. I know we're going to be covering Raw SmackDown this week, but I really want to get in on that Family Feud with MI6. That sounds like fun.
Yes. If we hook that up this week, if we hook that up this week with MI6, it's definitely a go. If not, I made some mistakes this week that I'll admit to. So if the MI6 doesn't work out, we're going to have a rematch from last week to give the other guys a fair shot. I screwed up. My bad. But for me, you'll see me tomorrow night on Sports Minute with J-Mac and Ace. We cover different topics, women's sports, typically a top 5. We'll see what's going on with that. Also, Thursdays, we got our normal lineup, but we also got a new show coming up in July in a few weeks. Stay tuned to that. It's called GMs for Hire. That's the one that it is. Mm-hmm. It's with our guy, Will Poston. So they're going to start up in July, I'm sorry. And then just keep checking us out. Share, like, comment. Before we go, Isaiah, your cohort, Colin, want to know what's up with your Phillies.
I don't even know what's up with the Phillies, honestly. I really don't. I mean, this team is so inconsistent, man. Like, they've had to battle the injury bug. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. But I also want to.
Harper.
Yes, we do have Bryce Harper, but I do want to shout out Ace before we get out of here, and that is. I wanted to shout out Ace because the Detroit Pistons did win the NBA draft lottery, so maybe the luck in Detroit is changing for Ace.
They're gonna end up blowing that, trading it or something. They'll get a bucket of
I
get a bucket of balls
I
for it
did
or
make
something.
a comment earlier on that,
Yeah.
and I said
Yeah.
Bill Lambert. I meant
Yeah.
Bill Lambert.
Yeah.
They were gonna.
Who knows? That draft lottery is tonight. The
What
Wolves,
did the
I think,
Mavericks get?
what's that?
What pick did the Mavericks get? Are they
I don't
down
know.
there yet?
I only saw the top 4. Of course, I got the Wolves pick at 7, which will go to Golden State. So, but with that being said, again, stay tuned to MI6 and Isaiah and help them out, and then of course stay tuned to Coast Entertainment Network, where we talk about anything from whatever on Wednesdays to cooking on Mondays, movie night Saturdays, and of course the trivia show on Sundays, and we'll let you know what happens. Hopefully we get MI6. If not, we'll have a good matchup this week. With that being said, Dirk, thank you. Mess around, thanks for coming in. Isaiah, it's always a pleasure to do a show with you. For that being said, my name is Big B. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.
Good talking to you guys. Good night.